the first step up. Got some significant damage to it. These are coils from the front springs. Got some residual damage here from 50 years or whatever, how many ever decades it was. We're pushing cars around in the desert. My name is Verlin. I teach high school by day, and I drag neglected classics back to life by nights and weekends. Today we're going to do a walk around on my Chevy 95 Rampside to see what it's suffered over the years and to see what it'll take to bring it back. Our multi-day walk around starts right here at the driver's door. Then we'll walk down the side panel around to the back. From there, we'll climb into the bed, look at the floor, the back side of the cab, then around to the front, and we'll end up right here, back where we started. Along the way, I'm going to rate everything between 1 and 5. You'll see the problem, and I'll give it a number. A 1 means it's almost perfect. A 3 means damaged but fixable. A 5 means it's a goner. Let's get to it. I'm going to start right here on the door. Obviously the paint's all shot. There's rust there. Don't know what's going on. Big issue here with this window. This hinge seems to be broken. That's got to be fixed. I don't know if it's got to be welded or what, but that's got to be done. The upholstery obviously is gone. For as old as this truck is, that is a win. The left blinker, it feels normal, and it will cancel when you turn the wheel. But when you pull it down for the left blinker, it doesn't really engage and stay. You can tell something's not right inside there. That's got to be opened up and fixed. I have ordered those parts. They're not here yet, but we'll get them. These funky, those are called clutch head screws. I've ordered a clutch head bit to open those up. On the dashboard, no matter how much gas you put in it, it never goes over halfway. I don't know if it's the if it's electronic or it's the float that's the wrong bend. I don't know. The speedometer, doesn't matter what speed you're going, it always shows about 35 miles an hour. I'm gonna have to get Barry to help me with that. The dashboard, that hole was in it when I bought it. This paint on here was me experimenting. It probably looks okay on video, but that is not it. It's got to be a lot nicer than that. I originally thought I was going to do the truck dark red, maybe a two-tone red, and I sprayed that on here, but I've changed my mind, and you saw what I want it to be, so that's not happening. It's ugly, but it's fixable. All right, take a look at this steering wheel. Cracked, 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 cracked. I was hoping it would be better. It isn't. Cracked, cracked, lots and lots of cracks. Well, there's a whole crater. In here, the foot vent, the air vent, it's completely doesn't move. This is the old adjustable choke. Down there, the foot vent cover is missing. I've already made one trip to California Corvair, and I bought some parts that were missing. The passenger side vent cover.
It's marked R.
Yeah. And then I'm going to guess I can just figure out from the other side what size screws they are and get some screws.
They're number 12 sheet metal screw with a Phillips head.
Number 12 Phillips head. Okay. Window cranks and handle.
I'm sorry, number 10 Phillips head.
Number 10.
Yeah.
Number 10. Okay.
Window cranks, Phillips head, and they have good splines. The screws are in there, and that's got good
this
splines.
Is much better than this one right here. Huh?
Yeah. I saw a lot of them just for this reason.
Okay. Let's look at the at the headliner in here. It's terrible. I mean, that's cosmetic. I could fix that. I've got to do something with this because where it was gashed up there on top, it let water in and it made that insulation or sound deadening material curl up and go funky. Got to deal with that. I'll call it moderate for now, but it's got surprise written all over it. Obviously need a new lens for the light. I'm not sure what was going on there. Who put what? I don't know. A gun rack? I don't know. Another one over there. There's only one visor. This was originally a some sort of fleet van. It didn't come with a heater. So over here on the passenger side, there is no sun visor. I want to put a second sun visor in here. It's a simple fix. Down here, this is the handbrake, the emergency brake. That's how you operate it. There's a trigger on the backside. You pull it and the pressure releases. The way these doors open so far, I believe I'm going to be able to get in there with professional paint put into paint cans after I sandblast and prime up those door jambs so I don't have to take the doors off. The factory gaps on these doors is really bad. I mean, look at that gap. That's a good 1/4 inch. A couple spots it's beyond a 1/4 inch. That's terrible. Holes to weld up here on the driver door. What was I thinking? There's the original yellow. Crayon yellow. I really like yellow, but that's a lot of yellow. You see that green screwdriver? I keep it right there because oftentimes this latch doesn't work properly. Actually, it's this over here. Something in the striker doesn't work right, and I have to use the green handled screwdriver to knock the star loose. I know someone who can fix that. Got issues like this in a couple spots. That's metal work. It's got to be cut out, a new piece fabricated, the new piece welded in. These got to go. They're not original. They're going. All along here, bumps, valleys, bumps and valleys. That's got to go. Back here at the back, someone's actually drilled holes in there. I don't know what that was all about. CB radio, I don't know. It's ugly, but it can be fixed. I'd also like to have these body seams welded up and filled in so you can't tell they're there. This is, well, I really didn't want to share this. This is the worst damage on here. Somebody, I don't know, was trying to do a good thing here, but it's pretty schlocky. Whatever brackets held these two panels together is long since gone. This is all solid, but this is loose. Look at that Bondo crack. It's got to be a 1/4 inch thick. That's one of those you feel it in your pocket fixes. Behind the tire, not bad. Look at this right here. Some sort of gash right there. That's got to be fixed. It's got a painted bumper on it originally. I want a chrome bumper with bumper guards on it. I want the reflectors that go in here. I've got script that came here. Somebody gave me that for free in the Corvair community. Thank you very much, whoever did that. They did not tell me their name. They just sent it to me. Right there is the oil filler. That's the difference between a truck engine and a car engine, is the place where it fills the oil. There's that yellow paint again. You might see some red paint there. Originally, I thought I was going to do a dark red. Well, you know, as things go, I changed my mind. Don't leave yet. We're halfway through. There's something I want you to see. One of the big challenges is right here on this lip that reaches out off the back of the cab. This was badly damaged here, and I cut that out and put a new piece in there, but the real challenge is this. Because that had been damaged, it rusted out in there. So I probably would have to cut out an entire section like this, replicate this ridge, and then have it fitted, welded back in. I must have been out of my mind. That handle, somebody painted over it, but it's all there. The handle on this side, it's broken off. I'm gonna have to find one, but luckily it's the same handle that goes on the rear. On the rear, it's just like that one, opposite of that one, so I'll be able to fix that easily. I'm missing the cover for the battery, and the battery tie down is gone, or I don't know what's, no, it's there. I don't know why the battery's tipped. I'm gonna have to check that out. This is all in just nasty condition. It's ugly, but it can be fixed. Nasty condition. I don't know if you can see this, but somebody had something in the back of this truck that was rolling around and banging against the back of the cab where the spare tire goes. And that is all dented in. That's going to have to be fixed. A couple issues on the floor. Yeah, there's surface rust, but there's a couple of puncture wounds like that, and it's never going to be pristine, I know that, but it can look a whole lot better than this. This gets a 3 out of 5. Real work, but totally normal for a truck of this age. Down here, the first step up, got some significant damage to it. These are coils from the front springs. I did cut one coil off to drop the front end down. The front end was sticking up higher than the back end. I didn't like that at all. So I did do that. Kyle helped me do that. All these latches got to be fixed, cleaned up. The gate, decent condition, but listen to this. You can hear all the pieces of rust and bits of sand rolling around in there. That's got to be opened up, I'm sure. The door's in pretty good condition, except down here. There's a crack in the paint, so I'm sure that there's metal damage under there. May have to cut out this section and put a new piece of metal in there. It's actually not as bad as I thought. Over here on this door, the shut lines are much better, and this window does not have that problem with the broken hinge. Right here is where the radio antenna used to be. I want to move it to the back. I like the ones that disappear down into the fender. Got some residual damage here from 50 years or whatever, how many ever decades it was. They were pushing cars around in the desert. There was a 1/4-inch thick metal plate welded on the front bumper brackets that they were pushing cars around with. We got this residual damage. There's Bondo there. That's residual damage. I'm missing the grill. I got to get that. I got to get front bumper. It was long gone when I got it. Over here on this door, we talked about that broken wing window hinge. But inside these windows, you can see that all the fuzzies, all the seals, it's all completely gone. It's got to be replaced. I can get those from Clark's or other places. But here, the window channel, you see that's metal. Whatever material, fabric, or cushioning was there is long gone. That's got to be replaced. All the way. And in here. I don't know when the white paint was put on it with the blue stripe. Some people love it, think it's great. I'm not a big fan of it at all. I don't know if it was purchased by Goodyear originally and then painted over that yellow. I don't know why they would have done that. If they wanted a white truck, they would have ordered a white truck. It doesn't make sense to me that somebody would have bought a yellow truck and then painted it when you could have just bought a white one and put a blue stripe on it and a decal. So my guess is it did not originally go to Goodyear, but I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to know. So that's the honest walk around at the Rampside. If you think I'm crazy for even considering this truck, let me know in the comments. If you think I'm right, subscribe so you don't miss the next episode where we start into the actual restoration. All right, class dismissed. Now go watch some more of my episodes.